Hello and welcome to this new Android development tutorial. In this tutorial we will learn how to set up an Android virtual device and test our apps on it. So the first thing we will do is go to the Tools menu right here, and so we go to Tools and click on ABD Manager. Right here we will tap on Create a Virtual Device and we will select a device we want. In this case I will select the Nexus 1 device. You can experiment with others later, but for now we will select Nexus 1. We will click on Next, and here you will have to download a system image, an Android version. I recommend you to select in one of the latest system images. So you click on download in the one you decided. I recommend you to use Pi as the moment of this video recording, but you should use the latest one. So you hit on download, you waited for the download to complete, and you select this and click on next. Now you can change here to your emulator that maybe we'll say Android Pi Emulator, for example, and we will disable this option that says enable device frame, and if we tap on show advanced settings we can see the amount of RAM, VM heap and all of that, and here we will increase a little bit more these. We will increase the RAM to 1024 megabytes, and maybe the VM heap we will increase it to 128 megabytes. When we have done that, we just click on finish and we wait for the IDE to create the virtual device. So as we wait, we know that here we have the Android Pi emulator we just created. We now can close this window and go to run app, and we will wait for the app to run on our emulator. If we open our emulator, we can see that here we have my application and nothing else here because we haven't created anything. But you here can start creating some stuff as we did in the previous tutorial. For example, a text view. And the width, if we put match parent, this means fill all the width of the device. And height, in this case, we will put 100 dp, for example. As you can see, here we have our view. If we wanted to say something, we type text and we'll say hello world, for example. As you saw in the previous video, if we want to set the text on the center, we type gravity center, as simple as that. Again, if you want to change the text color, just type text color and number sign followed by 6 zeros, which means black, as I explained in the previous tutorial. Now, we can increase the text size or leave it as it is. If we want to increase the text size, we will write text size and we will, for example, write 25 SP. As you maybe remember, SP is used for text sizes. Now, if you want to reformat the code to make it look more kind of ordered and clean, you type Ctrl-Alt-L. I hope you remember this. Now, to run the app, you go to run app, and you switch to the emulator to see how it runs. And as you can see, it says hello world. So this is how you set up an Android virtual device. Now, in order to change and to match your preview to your actual device, you will select in this menu right here and go down to virtual device and select your emulator. It can be Android Pie emulator as we created, to have a more exact representation of what you need. So this is how you create an Android virtual device and how you set it up. Now, if you run into problems setting it up, you go to Tools, APD Manager, and select your device and press on Edit. And here you will be able to change emulated performance. And sometimes the most common problem with these virtual devices is the OpenGL graphics. So if you run into an OpenGL problem, which I didn't, but if you do, just come here and change this to software. But since this is okay, we don't do anything. Apart from that, you can change the resolution, the name, if you wanted portrait or landscape, if you want to enable device frame. I really don't want it, so I don't do it. So here we can have more options about the RAM and enable keyboard input. So this means if you type with your computer keyboard, it will look like you touch the device with your fingers, kind of with the software keyboard. So you can disable or enable depending on your needs. So this is basically, here we can have lots of many different device configurations with different screen resolutions, as I have here some examples, with different Android versions if you need, and some sort of that thing. So this is how we create a virtual device and how do we set up it to be ready to test our apps. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I see you in the next one. Bye.